Here's what you can expect in today's video.
There is no way that you're going to avoid religious things because it is coming to you. The entire globe is going to become religious.
He then also said this.
But his own biological children had already realized that our father has lost it mentally. But the rest of the people, they thought they were still following a leader. Why? Because he has money. He knew how to dress. And I told you this some time back. When a man in a suit is insane, when a man with money tells a joke, that is why poor people, they always laugh. When a billionaire tells you this is what is going to save you, you think it is money that is telling you that. It was not. There is no way that people can compare that guy to what we are doing. His theme was death. Our theme is life.
Yes.
Well, shalom, hello there. Welcome to the Watcher's Blog. Thank you for joining us today. Now, in this video, we're going to be watching as Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa was teaching on the global cult. Now, this video is an excerpt from the full sermon that is called The Global Cult. And this video is actually from 2022, which was during the COVID era. So most of the teachings that are in this video, he taught around the subject of the global pandemic, and he was actually giving a prophecy of what is to come in the future and what we should expect as Christian or as the world entirely. So to actually understand in depth, we advise that you watch the video to the very end. Please be sure to share this video with your family and friends and colleagues. This video should reach everyone and everywhere. Send to your colleagues, send to your family groups, send to your social groups, so that people are blessed and they are ready for what is to come. Stay blessed.
The world is sick. And we have sick people giving us hope. What I want you to understand now is the level of deception. That some of you people that think are very smart, you think you're very smart and you think you can be played, you can be cheated. I want to show you how far you have drowned into this deception. And which part of you is still left out, yet to be submerged very soon. There was an evangelical preacher in the United States of America by the name Jim Jones. He was a cult leader. His church was not that big. He was up to 1,000 members gathering in one place. And apart from him being a preacher of the Bible, he would spend most of his time talking about other things outside of the Bible. And he went on into drugs. He was addicted to cocaine. Yet he was a so-called church leader. I don't mind at some point if you're going to play this footage and see how many people that died under his manipulation, under his mind games, under his deception. It's a very old footage, and I know most of you have watched it before. I've watched it several times, but there's something I want to explain from there. Don't think that I came across it recently. No, I know. I want to show you something. This is a leader. He started the People's Temple, his ministry. And he came at a time when there was chaos in the United States of America. There was some uprising, protests, and a lot of things were happening in the States. In the midst of that chaos, that's when he got a message to comfort the people. And people had a place of comfort. Sitting under him, listening to him, and then he found his way into the hearts of his followers. Now, you think cult leaders are dangerous. Wait until I finish explaining. So, in San Francisco, in California, they started opening up some investigations because they heard that he was abusing girls, abusing drugs, abusing some of his members, subjecting them to torture as a way of punishing them into submission. All sorts of things were happening. And because of that so-called persecution, he migrated into the thickest forests in Guyana. And then there he said to his people, let us build our own city, our own paradise on earth, away from persecutions, away from evil people. And no one was allowed to use a telephone. It was wrong for you to watch television. You see? So his people were kept under a certain atmosphere that was controlled by himself. No access to media whatsoever. Because these are things that you look out for when your leader has some chaotic tendencies. Okay? He doesn't want you to hear anything else. Don't watch that. Don't touch that. Don't go there. Don't do this. Stay here. So they are in a place that is, you can't even escape. There was no wall, but the forest in itself would keep you inside. So he's there as the leader. Until he began to teach the opposite of what we teach. He started telling them that we will not give an enemy the opportunity of killing us. We rather kill ourselves. And then he began to push that into his people. It was not, there is no way that people can compare that guy to what we are doing. His theme was death. Our theme is life.
Yes.
So he would wake them up at any given moment, come, then he would talk to them. But his own biological children had already realized that our father has lost it mentally. But the rest of the people, they thought they were still following a leader. Why? Because he has money. He knew how to dress. And I told you this some time back. When a man in a suit is insane, when a man with money tells a joke, that is why poor people, they always laugh. When a billionaire tells you this is what is going to save you, you think it is money that is telling you that. A man could have made money doing something else, not what he's about to do now.
Right.
He doesn't specialize in this.
No.
It took them time to realize that the man had lost his mind. To them, he was still a leader. To them, he was still in a position to tell them what to do. This man brought in gallons of cyanide into the camp, delivered his last message, and told the people, we must be ready to depart from these evil people. So we give our children first. Tell them not to cry because it is good for them. And they had to make their children drink the poison. And some were even injected. If you watch that whole documentary, some were even injected into their bodies.
The story of Jim Jones is famous across the world, and to avoid copyright strikes on our channel, we're going to drop the link to the official documentary video in the video description.
Okay, this is rather disturbing, okay? Because you're watching hundreds of people lying there dead, and they will never come back to life again in this physical existence. And this is happening in a place where life is supposed to be the theme.
Yes.
Yes, Father. Yes, Father. People are running away from death. And the only refuge should be the house of God. And you watch this happening in the church. And hundreds of people, including children. These are like 915 people dead. Not because they got sick. They were influenced by an individual to willingly take poison into their bodies. And some people here that think they are smart, they say, this is why I don't have anything to do. I don't entertain church things because this is all about brainwashing people. Okay, let me show you, because we're talking about the global cult. Then you will notice that you are at the center of it. There is no way that you're going to avoid religious things because it is coming to you. The entire globe is going to become religious. Hear this. How can over 900 people be influenced by one individual? Even if there were guns there, you'd rather die running away. But guns were involved. Guns were involved. Guns were involved. This is why the issue of vaccinations, you can't do it outside of the military.
Right.
Now, I want people to understand that was simply a template. The story that I've just given you.
Yes.
No. That's a blueprint. You know, when something is about to happen at a greater proportion, it has to be sampled first. That is why before even God himself sends fire on earth to destroy everything before the new heaven comes to sit on the earth, that fire had to be tested in Sodom and Gomorrah. You don't do that. You don't do that at the end of the time. You have to try it. Until today, you visit that city today, there's no life. Today, that fire that fell and the sulfur that contaminated the soil in that territory until today, the place is dead. But that kind of fire had to be tried first to see how it works before finally the earth is destroyed by the same fire. I'm just trying to show people how this is going to play out as we go. Now, you watch that, you say, how can people be deceived by an average? And you look at that man, he's an ordinary guy.
Father.
An ordinary guy. And those of you that are not part of the church, you think you have escaped deception. Wait, let me explain what is happening. As you watch that documentary, everything that you see happening there is what is eventually going to become of this earth. This earth is being taken over by chaotic leaders, not just political. A cult leader is emerging. One ruler, one king, the overall president is a spiritual guy. Now, I want you to notice how can a group of people be told to take poison and you reach out, you take it, you drink it, you swallow, and you fall on your back and you die. Those of you at home hearing this, you think you are very, very far. You think you are immune to that kind of deception. This is exactly what is coming your way. Where people willingly will subject themselves to something that is unverified. I say this, I repeat it again. It is yet to be verified.
Yes, Father.
That John's town that they built and everyone died that day. You must understand, before everyone got killed, there was need for a messenger to be sent. There was a man called Ryan who was sent by the government to go and warn the people. Hear this, Pastor. He was sent with a message. Sent with a message. Just like we are sent with a message before the last massacre. This congressman came and he preached a message to the people, and he said, those of you who wants to escape Johnstown, you want to be free, you want to reunite, you want to go back to your families. Because he had divided people from their family. I can bring another plane so that I carry you from here and escape what is happening. Yet before he came with his journalists, John himself had already coached his people on what to say. So people were saying nice things about the city, nice things about their leader, but some believed the messenger. When they came and they were being interviewed, they were speaking nice things while John was present. But behind the scenes, they begged the congressman, please deliver us from this city. And this is supposed to happen before the mass killing. There must be a messenger who comes and he tells you, guys, what is about to happen is what you have never witnessed in your lifetime. And in the process, the congressman, Mr. Ryan, was hurt. And finally, he got killed. But his mission was to at least deliver a handful of people. He was trying to save at least 1 billion out of 7 billion. Now, let me show you what is happening. Say whatever you want to say, but we are going somewhere. I said it before they even started mentioning about the vaccine. I came out first, and I was angry with this. I said, this thing, be very careful. When you are really determined to attack me, you have to face head on the facts and the truth that I'm putting on the table right now. Yes. Hear this point. Forget everything else that I've said, but remember what I'm about to say now. Hear this. Once you have whatever they call the cure or the vaccine, whatever, hear this. We are saying this, probably it's for the last time, I don't know. Because they only have, like I told you, they have now to really establish a very solid law against speaking against the vaccine.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So you have to hear me knowing.
And you said that long ago.
Long ago. So hear me now.
Yes, help us, Father.
Hear me. So that when I'm finally silent, at least you remember what I would have told you. I told you, this is a reminder. The man who produced the vaccine has indemnified himself. He can't be sued for the after effects. He protected himself. Whoever that person, the organizations behind it, they can't be sued because they know what is coming after will require the courts to intervene, and they are free. They don't want to be responsible of the outcome, yet we are willing to consume their product. Hear me. You cannot sit in front of me, especially myself. The rest of the people you can deceive. With me, you can't convince me. There is no country so far of the countries that I know, physically and spiritually, and what represents them, the intelligence that hangs over nations. Yes, I know. Yes, there is no country as of now that has sufficient intelligence to decipher this thing that is coming. Don't lie to me. Now, let me put across a point. If containers are coming into the country, whichever country, any country that thinks it is ready for the vaccine, and they think they have enough infrastructure to subject that medication, that vaccine, to thorough scrutiny, if that is what you think that you have, that those facilities. Let me ask you a very simple question, because that's the comfort that people will get.
Yes, sir.
We will not give it to the people until we verify.
Yes.
Look at the people who are saying we verify. Just look at the people who are telling you that we verify things first. Don't examine. As for you people, don't examine the vaccine. Examine the people telling you that we will examine the vaccine. There's never been truth that comes out of their mouth. Do you have what it takes to verify a product that you don't even have the capacity to produce yourselves?
Right.
Number one. Number two, even if you have the capacity to test the vaccine, should you be the first one to use it if you are the least affected by COVID-19? Should you be the first to use it?
No.
Number three, Of all the tests that you can do, I want one person, if he's going to send a comment, I'm ready to read that one. If it's a text message, please give it to me. If it's an email, pastors, please make sure that I read that one. I want to hear from the most educated people out there. Some of us, we always remind people we didn't do well at school. So congratulations, those of you that are learned, but hear this. You have to educate me on this part, this question that I'm about to raise today. Of all the verifications that you are going to do, have you come up with a gadget, a compartment? Do you have an incubator? Is there a place that you have created that manipulates time? Of all the tests that you can do to the vaccine, ultimately you have to inject your specimen. You put the vaccine into a human body. Is there a compartment where you put that individual for 5 years so that we can see the after effects? Tell me, because that part must never be left out in your verifications. Time. How are you going to manipulate time? Because we want to see the test subject 10 years after the vaccination, before it is given to the rest of the people. Have you created that place that the person gets in for 5 minutes and that 5 minutes represents 5 years? How are you going to manipulate the process? How are we going to monitor the behavior of the person after the vaccination? So don't tell me that you will subject this thing to vigorous tests. Is there a place we want to see the person? Because you can't put it on a person and the following day you're already giving it to the rest of the people.
Yes.
So the problem now is when people begin to see,
don't hesitate to subscribe, like and to share.
The darker side now of this thing, it will be too late. It is going to be too late. By the time you realize that you have put a wrong thing into people's bodies, what you're going to need to neutralize the vaccine and to recreate the DNA that you would have distorted, and to restore the pattern that you would have tampered with in a human body. Now, some might say, what you're saying, you're discouraging people from receiving the only solution that is there. Who has told you this is the solution? I asked this question last time. This virus has changed several times.
Yes.
And we are still holding on to the same vaccine that was created for the first virus. No one is explaining that. And you must understand, these people are very cunning. Don't believe these world leaders that are being vaccinated on television.
Yes, Father.
That is not your vaccine. That is not even a vaccine. That's a lie. Our leaders are not like Jesus. They are never ready to die for their people.
True. Very true, Father.
You rather all die so that they live. They can't be the first ones to receive this thing. Why should you be deceived? Some of you have been to school. Please open your eyes and see. Am I saying everyone should refuse? Everyone should not get a vaccine? I'm just saying, let those who are most affected be the first ones. I've been saying this over and over. Let us sit at home and watch them.
Yes.
Receive it.
Yes.
Why is it that we are pretending as if we have? I know It's very sad that people have lost their loved ones. We have all lost our loved ones
Yes, Father.
to this COVID-19. But this is not the first time that death is occurring. We have been watching death happening in our societies over a long period of time now. But what is coming is nothing compared to what you have seen. It's nothing. You, Pastor, do you realize how many people Boko Haram have killed in Nigeria?
Plenty, plenty.
Okay, I'm giving you an example. Boko Haram, how many people have died to date? And yet that group is still in existence. They are failing to get a vaccine against Boko Haram. A bullet, a missile against a virus called Boko Haram. How can such a massive group exist in a country with a fleet of military vehicles? And you can't see them even on Google. You can't even fly a drone over them to see where they are. And how many people has COVID-19 killed? And every industry has closed. And you believe politicians really care for you? Even if you're not born again, but at least you've been to school. Be smart. Be smart. How are guns finding their way to that location if the location is not known? How are vehicles, you can't put a vehicle into your pocket
and you smuggle it over the border. You can't do that.
How are vehicles getting into the country and they finally find their way to their camps? How many have died? When is the government going to respond to that? If we really care about life, why this one in particular? So people are stranded, people are locked down, and people are desperate, and people will become hungry to a point where if you speak against the only solution available, they will kill you. It will not be the government coming after people like us. It will be our neighbors saying, you want us to continue like this? They are calling it a solution. Yet the people who are giving you the product are yet to understand the virus itself. They are yet to understand the virus, yet the cure is already out. Because you are not going to be vaccinated only once, maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times. So they are smart enough to give you something that you can test for now, and you think everything is okay. It is the first batch. Be smart. When somebody is about to steal money from you,
Don't hesitate to subscribe, like and to share.
he's selling gold. The first consignment, it doesn't have to be fake gold. If it's 2 kgs, it's real gold. You give him the money. The second consignment is 10 kgs. You give him the money. Now you have built trust. You now have confidence. And there is the last delivery, if it's about 500 kgs of gold. And then you make a payment. Watch what is about to happen, because they know it's not a once-off thing.
Indeed, Father.
So the first one, you take time until you become reluctant, like a police officer who is just getting corrupt. First days, he doesn't want to even talk to you on the phone. He's afraid to be recorded until he becomes a senior. He's used to corruption. He's reluctant. So he knows that Africans, you are very, very careful. So you will get the first one, and still COVID will continue. And they will have to keep on bringing another one until you begin to see signs. Then you will know. It's not all about drinking it now and then you die the following day. No. The lifespan
Right.
of an African, of a black man, is being tampered with. Two things that are not needed in this world: the church and a black man.
Preach it, Father.
And black people are not following this. That's why we brought that message that time. We
Yes,
knew where this thing was going. Now that you have it in people, let's say vaccinated 5 billion people, and you start realizing it's a wrong thing, what do? Had you give any time? Yes, people are dying, but that can never be compared to what is going to happen after.
Yes, Father.
Can we? Are we ready to take that kind of a risk? At this point, where we are openly admitting that the recovery is at 85-90%, at that rate, we want to take something that we're not sure of.
What for?
How can someone, this is my problem, especially with some of the people, they are not even, these are guys who are not even part of the production systems. They are on the receiving end. When they get it, they are so angry with a product that they never produced. So angry. Who is speaking against this? We don't want to hear such things. We are encouraging you to come up with your own.
Yes, Father.
Your own.
Thank you, Father. Thank you.
Your own.
Yes, Father.
Why should we be fed by outsiders? This is why I'll keep on raising issues like this. If everything that helps Africa to survive has to come from outside, if every product that is consumed in Africa has to be imported from outside, why is it that we are not importing leadership? If we believe in local leadership, we must believe in local solutions, local cure, local medication, local vaccines.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Father. Yes, Father.
Are you following this?
Yes, Father.